Hey creative friends, welcome to my channel and welcome to happy amazing Saturday, November the 6th, 2021. The reason this is super cool, happy day, is because it's Mr. Create's birthday. I'm so excited about that. It is also National Nachos Day. He posts these things every day on Facebook, like what day it is. It's National, hey there he is, happy birthday Mr. Creates, woo! Anyway, it's National Nachos Day, so I told him maybe we should go out for breakfast or for birthday lunch and have nachos. How fun will that be? And I reminded him this morning that in a very short time, like 9 weeks, I think, every morning is going to be like this morning because I'm not having to go to work and neither is he. It'll be so great. Anyway, that's just that. But if you watched last week, I had some fun. Last week was a great video week. I had a great time. Did my pantry video on Monday. That was a lot of fun. I looked down there in my pantry. I love walking in it now because I walk in there and it's like I know exactly what's there. I know exactly where it is. It's perfect. And then my waffleizer, that's cool. I'm going to try to do some recipes with that. Also, the expired food video. I am so happy with how many people commented on that, and they talked about how it gave them good information, which, you know, is really, my channel is for fun. Like, I just enjoy doing so many different kind of things, and I like teaching, and I like doing videos on it, so that's for fun. But my ultimate goal when it comes to things like food preservation and things like that is to have really good information that helps people. And I was excited to find the USDA guidelines on the expiration dates on food because I think that really helped people. In the long run, helps them understand it, but also helps save money, helps eliminate waste. I just think it was good. So I'm excited about that. And of course, to do the back of the pantry challenge on Thursday. And down below, oh my God, the recipes were amazing. So good. Like who would have thought? Pizza, meatballs, they're just so many things. Dumplings, oh my God, noodle, I don't know. There's just so much. That was the dough one too. But if you look below, there will be a list of the back of the pantry channels. And we're going to do this all the time. So you might as well just get over there, subscribe, and hit the buttons because the first Thursday of every month is happening. Now, here's just a side note. We try really, really hard to all post those back of the pantries like boom all at the same time. Technical things happen, and also we are in many different parts of the country, actually like all the way from the East Coast, Midwest, East Coast, we're all over, so it's hard to coordinate that perfectly, especially if somebody has like some sort of a technical issue. So we might be moving that so that we all can do it a little bit easier. But just know, if you look and there's missing maybe a back of the pantry, it's not because probably something's not being done. It's just that there could be a technical issue or something. But in general, we are trying to make sure they all hit the same time. So that's a lot of fun. You can just bounce from one to the other and see all those amazing back to the pantries. And December, that's going to be a fun one. So I will let you know closer to December what the food is for that. So I did my Nutrimil also in preparation for the amazing DoughVember challenge or collaboration. And the links for those will be below too. But DoughVember is fun. And I had some really good questions about my bread. Really good questions, like why do you put vinegar in it? Well, I answered that, but you put vinegar in it because it creates an acidic environment that yeast really likes. It also helps break down like starches and things like that so that it will bubble up and be like fluffier and nicer. And there's good reasons to have vinegar in your bread. What else? That was it. And today, Saturday happenings. These are my videos for the week. And I had a good time doing them. And I hope you had a good time watching them. Next week, I got some stuff. So today, last night was like a rainstorm, the kind that you wake up thinking that is coming in somewhere because it is too loud, but it wasn't. It was just this huge rainstorm. Actually, I'm really surprised that my canvas cover on my greenhouse and the boat shed, they're fine, but it sounded like it was just an incredible downpour. Anyway, and then this morning there's nice blue skies. Sometimes when the weather is icky, we like to go out to shore acres and see the waves because the waves can be huge. Very cool. We might go ahead and do that because there still could be some stormy activity out over the ocean that would cause those. So we might do that. If we do, I'll bring you along. Also, I have some plans. You know me, I usually have more projects planned than even close to having possibility of getting it done in a week, especially with working, but it'll be different when I retire. But I had some cool things. So today, being my husband's birthday, his grandfather lived in Pittsfield, Massachusetts, and worked at General Electric forever. And they used to go up to Maine and get lobster. And so my sister-in-law sent my husband some things for his birthday that were out of their grandfather's house that she happened to come across. And one of them is a super cute little lobster tray. Isn't that cute? So cute. And this just is like, they called his grandpa Bumpa. And this is so Bumpa. And you know what? They don't have these kind of things. His name was Wyman. And those are his handkerchiefs. And I think that's cool. But they also sent this because they get their cheese at Dakin Farms. Like, that is classic. This is a Cedar Block. And you used to get these all the time. You hang them in your closet. And it would help prevent, moths and stuff in your sweaters. But I'm thinking, see how it's got the wood? There's a way, I've got one of those Cricut machines, and there's a way that you can do a stencil, and then this is stamped in there, but then there's like a little pin that you kind of fill in the stencil, and then you run a heat gun on it. It makes it look like it's burnt wood. And I'm thinking something like this would make great little stocking stuffers. They'd be fun to make. So I told my husband, we made something like this years ago, but I was like, we need to get some cedar wood and cut blocks and start making things, and I'll do cool designs on there. So that's a thing. Another thing in my head that I want to do. And the other thing is, I'm going to get these out of the way. I am more of a pie person than a cake person. And years ago, like we're talking 1995, speaking of Bumpa, my two kids and I came back. My husband was on deployment, and we lived in Hawaii, and we were transferring at that time back to San Diego while he was deployed. So what we did, because his grandpa was in Pittsfield, and his mom would go up from Connecticut and help, care for his grandpa on the weekends and things like that, because he had gotten older and he needed that help. But she was not well. She ended up having a liver transplant, but she wasn't well. So we decided that while my husband was out to sea, we would pack up the whole house, which we did, have our stuff sent to storage in San Diego waiting for us to get there. Meanwhile, me and the two kids would fly to Idaho, where my folks lived, pick up a car that we just had my dad buy for us, and in December, drive to Massachusetts. This is when I was much younger, and I was like willing to do these crazy things. Drive to Massachusetts and help take care of him, which is what we did. But in that drive from Idaho to Pittsfield, Massachusetts, I have no idea where in there. I was driving and I was tired. We stopped at a place to get gas, and they had a little cafe, and I was like, you guys, let's go in there. It said Great Pies or something on the window, and I was like, let's go in there and have a piece of pie, and I'll have some coffee, and then we'll keep driving. So I went in there, and I swear it was like this little cafe in the middle of absolutely nowhere. And I walked in, and there was this huge board. It had to have like 40 pies on it. I couldn't believe it. So I told the lady, gee, I can't decide. And she said, have you ever had a sour cream and raisin pie? And I'm like, no. And she goes, you need to have that. I said, okay. So she brought me my coffee and my sour cream and raisin pie. And I have never forgotten that pie. And I've made it a couple times from a recipe, but I went looking for my recipe. For some reason, it popped in my head, and I thought, I want to make one of those. And I couldn't find the recipe, so I looked online, and I found a recipe, which is good, because in that way, when I make the pie, I can post the recipe for you guys. So I'm going to make a sour cream and raisin pie. So good. Sounds weird, but absolutely delicious. And then in my search, I found in one of my books a vinegar pie, which is a pie from, like, it was created during the Depression. And I've never made one, but they say they taste kind of like a lemon pie, but they have the consistency of kind of like a pecan pie without the nuts. Anyway, so I found a recipe for vinegar pie, and I want to make one of those too. So these are things that are on my list to do. So coming up on Friday is the second of the DoughVember series that we're going to do, our collaboration. So be sure and watch every single Friday for the month, it's every day, Monday through Saturday for the month of November. My day is Fridays. Down below will be the link of everybody, like Linda's on Monday, that, everybody's got their day. So for 6 days of the week, for all the weeks of November, there will be an amazing dough recipe for you guys. So there's that. Now, I don't know, my husband, I just heard him go outside. I don't know what he's going to do, but look at this. I have socks to darn. I have darn socks. But I'm going to use my cool little sock darner. And I actually got a great big one. I've never used it for like elbows and things. But that's what I probably will sit down and do for a little while. And then, I don't know, maybe do some crafty stuff and whatever. So that is it. I hope you guys all have a wonderful weekend. Do all the things you need to do to head into an awesome week. And thanks for stopping by. Thanks for stopping back by if you've already been here before. Thank you guys all for subscribing. I'm so excited about my subscribers. It's just wonderful. And of course, hit a like, make a comment, hit the little bell, do all the things. And as always, thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next video.